Okay, so what we have here is a brief demo of the new PO sheet and how to use it and what it does for you. What you're going to see here on this sheet, this is your new snazzy little sheet. You'll notice it's locked. You can't change any of the values here. I've unlocked it for purposes of the demo here. But you'll notice your core attributes. These are pretty much what you started with. Your bonuses are fed directly from your territories, faction benefits, whatever developments you have that are currently in play. So as you can see, we have a temple in play. It gives us 1 to morale. That's all totaled at the bottom. Feeds in as a bonus, and voila, that's your morale for the turn. Same thing for any kind of action pool bonuses you may have on a permanent basis, like from an alliance, for example. Your reputation here is dynamic. What I mean by that is, if you decide to ransom an Ibba Blade person and I modify your sheet, it automatically tells you you're at war. It changes to let you know where you're at on the scale. Also, it tracks here your reputation, which is just the sum of your faction standings. There may be an RP purpose for reputation at a later point, especially if there's a disagreement RP-wise between two factions. Whatever has the higher reputation is going to be the one that outside forces would consider to be clearly more reputable. Power rating is a combination of a lot of different factors. Everybody should be roughly on the same power scale. Your territories that you control, it's a little unknown rule for people who don't conquer territories, but for every land you own, you are paying maintenance fees on that land in terms of land value. So Caldera, for example, will have, every land's going to have a set value, which is 1. But whatever that value is going to modify your martial AP. And I'll show you that here on the next part. We're going to go to the action sheet, and if you notice here, martial AP, it says it's an 8. When you come over here, you're going to see it's a 7. And this is basically the sheet you're going to be living in when you do your actions. So this is going to show you how much pool you have available, what your current standing attributes are. Some things that are different here, there's no more pumping of actions. However, you can pump your ability scores directly, and you'll be doing that here through this interface. So say you're paranoid and you want to beef up your security so no one's spying on you. So you want to pump up your infiltration around 3 points. So you're going to hit 3. It's going to automatically deduct from your espionage pool what you would have gotten if you had done network. It's the same amount of point cost. Actually, I think it's a little bit less. So you're actually saving, I think, 1 AP by doing it this way. If you want to buff an action pool, there used to be a lot of magic actions that gave you bonus AP, or say surgical support from Black Ops that gave you bonus martial AP. Now it's going to be a little bit different. If you want to buff your martial AP, it's going to cost you magic AP. So say you want to buff it by 2 points, it's going to cost you 6 magic AP, and you'll notice, boom, automatically updated in your magic AP. So as you're doing this, when you're coming in to declare your actions, you're going to use this drop-down menu, and you're going to choose an action from what's available on the list here. So we're going to do a couple of quick actions here. We're going to poison somebody. We are going to scout somebody out. We're going to do a grandstand, which I've never seen anybody do, but it's a cool little action. And we're going to do some special actions here. We're going to buy some mercenaries, and we're going to fund a new development. So we're going to go to funding. So you notice here it's telling you have 5 bonus AP for any use and 10 for developments. This is just for reference. Okay, you're going to have to apply these where you want them. So you got 5 AP for any use you want. So we're going to pump all those into espionage. And for sorcerer, we're just going to say mercs. And then we're going to put all those 10 magic AP into developments. I'm going to note here it comes from funding, right? So now that you got your actions here, we're going to choose some targets. We're going to poison. It tells you here, by the way, that you have to target a PO for this. So just scroll down to POs and you'll see all of them here. So we're going to poison Ulian. We're going to scout the Shadow's Guard, and we're going to grandstand against Endilion. There's no target for special actions because you're targeting self. This is going to show you here automatically now what you're attacking with and what kind of action it is. You know that poison is a hidden action, scout is hidden, but grandstanding and mercenaries and funding are all open. And it's also telling here a little brief description of what the action is going to do. So if you're poisoning somebody, you're going to lower their morale. If you're scouting somebody, you're going to learn how they're spending their martial AP for that turn. All that's noted in here. So you're really not seeing a lot of magic here. let's go ahead and do some developments. So we got 10 to play with, and we're going to do just a basic one. We're going to build a library, and we're going to put 10 magic AP into it. And this isn't going to calculate anything, but it's for reference and it'll be important later. But you're showing here that if you're doing a library, it tells you it costs you 20 magic AP to complete it, and what it gives you when it's done. And let's see, we've got some martial AP left, so we're going to attack a territory. We're going to attack the Azure Dragon Shrine. You can see we're getting our butts kicked. So this kind of gives you a preview. You know the strength of the territories you're going after, so you're not going to win that unless you bring up your soldiery by another 7 points, which looks probably a little out of reach. So we're going to go and try something maybe a little bit easier. We'll try Ice Mist. We're only failing by 2, so we need to buff up our soldiery by 2 points. So what you're going to do is come over here to soldiery. You're going to pump it up by 2. And you'll notice you have 2 Black Ops left. And you're still failing because it's a tie. So you're going to bring it up 1 more. Like that. And now you're succeeding by 1. And by the way, we're killing the Tonka with this, which will affect your faction standing with them later. For bonuses for the round, this is going to be like if you got 4 AP from another faction, right? So somebody's loaning you 4 AP. Someone just gave you 2 Black Ops for the round as well. Let's also say that someone did a bolster action on you. Someone's using the complex action to bolster your... Where's it at here? Bolster. So someone's bolstering your infiltration. So for that, you're just going to come down here and put how much they're bolstering it by. So if they gave you 8 points towards your infiltration, you put that in play, and now your infiltration scores on 19 for the round. So what you'll do once you've done this, you're just going to save it, and after you save it, you're going to email it to me, and you're done. That's all you really have to worry about. But I will show you where the magic happens. That's going to be... Let me pull up the file for you here so you'll see how this all gets mediated out. So this is my master sheet. This is going to note here where everybody's at attribute-wise. It's going to note what their reputation is, and it sorts it out. As you can see, Teresians have the best reputation, and the Iconoclasts have the worst reputation. All the actions are going to automatically feed into here, and it's automatically going to tell me success or failure in this window here. I've already done the Imperator's action, so you'll see here that right now she bid an action to sunder the Relenthal-Zenithai alliance, and she's winning significantly. However, she is failing at everything else she's trying to do because she's not anywhere near the number she needs to be at, but she had no clue. So all this gets automatically noted here. I don't touch anything. So all this gets quickly, within a second, mediated out. That's kind of the high-level view of all this. So if you guys have questions while you're playing with it, let me know. If we need to do something over Vent, or you want to chat on GChat or whatever, we'll work it through. Thanks.